What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Chilling. I saw you admiring my shoes. What's up?
Long weekend.
That's why you were looking at my feet?
Nah. I mean, you always got the feet, bro.
No.
You always got the feet, low key.
I ain't gonna lie. One of these episodes, you came in here and said, I'm a bum-ass nigga.
Nah, I didn't say
That's
that.
what you said.
Nah, I just said you had... Nah, I ain't gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. Nah. They can go back and listen.
SaVon said, yo, you like shoes that be dirty.
No, I said you got the swag to pull it off.
Clean it up.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can't get that off.
Clean it up.
You one-on-one.
Yup.
You know?
Gas me up some more, nigga.
Nah, it's you.
Gas expensive. Keep going.
It's funny. I saw your shoes and it reminded me of just how poor I am.
That's not true.
No, for real.
That's not true.
I can't afford those.
You can afford these.
No, my sister asked me to get those exact shoes for her in December. We are approaching June, and I still ain't get them.
This nigga's a terrible brother.
I went on StockX and I pulled it up. Now, granted, we made a deal. A deal's a deal. I'm a man of my word. So I told her, hey, second quarter grades, report card, I got you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
She in the second quarter.
Okay.
She sent me the grades.
They looking good, ain't yeah.
They was looking all right. They was all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. All right, she had some 90s. It was like she had a wide range. And that's how I knew she was my sister, because she's a woman of many ranges. She went from 90s to 40s, okay? So we hit every
that's balance.
There's too much balance. I needed to be a little bit more lopsided towards the 90s, but so she had some, some 40s on there. She had a 40 on there. Let me not say some.
Yeah, just one.
She had a few 90s too, but okay. In order for me to get her those sneakers, the Alex 5s.
These are not the Alex 5s.
The A5s.
These are the Jordan Metallic 5s.
No, the A5s.
No.
Go on StockX right now. If you're listening to this podcast, I don't care what you're doing, whether you be driving or you're in your cubicle, look up the Metallic 5s and how much they cost in a size 11 and a half.
That's your problem. Y'all trying to get them out the store. Nigga like me, I hit the nigga that got the truck.
You 11 and a half?
Well,
12. Damn, I was close.
Well,
I was close.
Yeah,
I was close. I just threw a number out there. I just threw a number out there.
It was close though.
But yeah, man, I couldn't do it.
So do you plan on purchasing them for your sister?
Oh, so we had a deal. So
yeah, what's the deal?
She had, and these are just her major categories. She had like two 90s. She had a 70 in there, a 60 in there, and a 40.
What was the deal?
The deal was, well, I changed the deal.
Oh, see? Moving the goalpost. That's what you, come on,
nah, because you can't
do that with your sister.
Bro, I cannot buy those sneakers for you and you got 40s and 60s on you. I can't do it. So I told her we got to bring the 40 and the 60 up and then I got you. Keep the 90s where they are.
But you never heard of look good, feel good?
Nah, never.
You don't subscribe to that one?
Not when I'm sponsoring you looking good. Nah, fuck no.
I subscribe.
Hell no.
Watch her start getting, hundreds after she start feeling good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I need her to do that before.
Oh.
You gotta look, you gotta do good.
You might not get that.
Yeah, nah, that's on her. I save my money. I can't get the A5s, nigga.
Damn, sis, I'm over here working for you.
Yeah, you tried. You tried.
Right.
I just told her to bring the 40 up to a 65. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, a little 25.
I mean, that's passing. That's barely passing. Now, when I have a kid, it's going to be a different demand, a different level of expectation. That's my sister, so I'm not going to tell her like what to do. I'm just like, look, if you want these from me, you just got to get the 40 to a 65.
Yo, getting older is understanding your parents. Look at all the things we wanted when we were so bad.
Yeah, man.
And then you get older, you're like, nigga, I would never get you a pair of Jordans with this reflection of your life. Are you crazy?
And then the crazy shit is, right? So the 60 and the 70, I think it was in like social studies and science, right?
Okay.
The 40 was Spanish. So clearly she hasn't been uptown.
SaVon.
Clearly I gotta bring her uptown with a nigga. I ain't gonna.
You over here mad because she not a Dominican like you.
Nah, bro.
She passing in the classes that matter, SaVon.
Nah.
She okay.
Nah, Spanish matters. We are leaning towards a bilingual country.
This is very true.
This is true. She needs to know.
But then she also understands the history of this nation. That's important. She
got bro. Like, so I told her she got to get the 40 to a 65, which is Spanish. She got to get the 60 to a 75, which is science, and she got to get a 70 to an 80, which is social studies. Now, she told me, I ain't doing that Spanish shit, nigga. She said the Spanish is staying where it's at. I said, yo, you telling me you can't? Now I'm getting into like big brother / dad mode, but I'm not really a dad. Because now when I hear you say you can't, I feel like it's a reflection of me, but then I got to say, I'm not your dad.
That's your...
So she like, I can't do that. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? I'll cut another deal with you. And this one is clean, easy. If you want to tank Spanish, tank it. You could put it in the 30s for all I care. The 60,
do that, sis.
nah, I don't give a fuck.
Don't put it in the 30s.
This is her deal.
Let's go fuck up your cumulative.
Deal or no deal. So she said,
nigga turning Howie Mandel. My fault. Go ahead.
That's the bald nigga?
Yeah, Howie Mandel.
Hey,
I know some white niggas. I told you. Don't my white list just look a little different than yours, okay? Frasier.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not mad.
yeah, I'm sorry.
But I told her, if you want to just tank the Spanish, tank it. Cool. 40s, 20s, 10s, 15. We ain't even got to put that in the deal. The deal is now the 60 and the 70 has to get to an 85.
The 60 and the 70 have to get to an 85.
Both of them have to get to an 85 for me to get you the A5.
It's not the A5. These are Jordan 5s.
I wish we could put the camera on the Alex 5s,
That's your problem.
Nah.
Over here talking like I'm some wagyu. This ain't no A5 wag. This ain't none of that, nigga. Okay.
Yo, put it in Frankie's shot.
Oh, say what up to Frankie. To the audio listeners, our in-house alien is sitting right in between us. Say what up, y'all. He says hi.
Up Frank.
All right. That's your problem. You trying to sexualize an alien.
Nah, not
you need to
shake
slow
up.
down.
Observing.
Hi, SaVon.
You know Diddy's alias was Frank Black?
What?
He was buying, that was his name, his alias.
Oh, when they was trying to find escorts and shit?
Yeah. He was Frank Black or Frank White.
Like he was on the dating site like, hey, I'm Frank Black.
He would get his pills and the name Frank Black. So maybe we got to change Frankie's name, dog. I don't know.
Yeah, Frank, I ain't gonna lie. If you down with Puff, you're gonna have to puff up out of here. I ain't gonna lie to you, Frank. Good talk.
You know what a Frank is?
I do know what it is.
So why did Diddy could have been anybody. I got an alias too.
I'm scared. I'm scared to ask, but I'm gonna ask.
So before, there's been times where I got to book, certain things for certain people.
Okay.
And I don't use my name or their name, so I use alias.
Okay. Let me hear your shit.
John Smith.
Yo, what the fuck, SaVon? Why are you such a basic ass nigga?
Because it's simple, bro. Like, Frank Black is pretty simple, too.
Yes.
But when you put in Diddy with Franks, and then he switches the color up, he was telling before, this case happened.
You got any Franks this weekend?
Don't ask me that shit.
Hey, we're coming off Memorial Day weekend, bro.
I had a glizzy.
You had a glizzy?
Shit was good, too.
It's not a problem.
Shit was good.
Okay, cool. Now, did you cook it?
I didn't make nothing this weekend.
SaVon.
We worked.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. We
was here, bro.
But we can't just be using it as an excuse, SaVon.
Okay.
We are the adults of this generation, allegedly, supposedly. Doesn't that feel crazy?
I don't like it.
How do you really feel before I continue?
How old do I really feel?
Yes. How do you really feel?
My body feels good. My mind feels about 40-ish.
You're not answering, SaVon.
Okay.
How old do you really feel? Okay, you're not older than 40. Not even close to it yet.
Yeah.
So you actually feel older. You don't feel younger?
No, I feel older. No, I feel older.
Really?
Yeah. I feel about 35. I feel like a good 35.
Nigga, stop putting years on your life, bro.
You asked me a question. I answered the question. You asked me if I had a Frank this weekend. I looked you dead in your eyes and told you the truth. You asked me my age. I'm looking you dead in your face and I'm telling you the truth. I feel 35.
You feel 30. I feel 25.
Really?
It's crazy.
Why?
COVID.
Oh, yeah. COVID did some shit to us that we don't even talk about COVID anymore.
Bro, think about COVID. It took away a runway for people in their mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
That has never occurred ever before for any generation. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I make that whole spiel to say, start cooking your own Frank, SaVon. I saw a lot of discourse over the holiday weekend that we're coming off of because, like I said, we are the adults now. And it just wasn't a lot of cookouts. There's a lot of complaints on social media, Twitter, Instagram. And I watched people my age complain about no barbecues while they weren't cooking themselves or grilling themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Why do you think that is, SaVon?
Most people our age don't have houses. Okay? No, for real. Listen.
You go to the park. I was on my birthday. Remember when you asked me how my birthday went?
Yeah.
What was I doing in the park?
You said you was grilling.
I was in the Queens Park, random Queens Park, threw a little coal in there and I got busy. See, we can't use that as an excuse.
But that's what I believe it to be. I think a lot of people just don't have grills. I don't think men know how to grill. I think this is the one time that living and growing up in Long Island, like, and like that gave us an advantage in the understanding on how to properly freak a glizzy on the grill.
SaVon. See,
on the grill.
See, your discourse is getting,
bro.
Your discourse is flaring up right now. Let's slow it down.
So how'd you make yours?
I actually didn't. It's funny you say that.
I know. So how'd you make yours?
I didn't have one.
Wait,
I didn't have one. I had some burgers though.
you don't even eat beef.
No. I eat beef.
You don't eat pork.
I don't eat pork. That is very true.
So it's hard to find a porkless glizzy. You got to get the beef glizzy or the chicken.
Yeah,
chicken glizzy don't sound good.
I don't think grilling is that hard though. If I'm gonna be honest with you, if I've never met a dude and he has difficulty making a glizzy, a hot dog, a burger, we gotta reassess his card. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a problem.
It is.
Nah, don't get me wrong. I get it. Like more intense grilling. Like let's say we out there with the salmon, we out there with the chicken. You want it to be juicy. You want it to be tender, right? You want to get your heats right. Yeah, I'm giving you the rundown real quick. I'm a griller sometimes.
I like the what's like the flat griddle? Oh, the griddle, the long. Am I saying it right? I don't know.
Nah, I'm not a griddle.
Nah,
what you meant? What you meant?
No, bro. This
you mean the grill?
Not the grill.
George Foreman.
No, see, this is niggas' problems. That's all we know. That's all we know. No, I'm talking about the It's like the skillet that you turn on. It's almost like a grill. Okay. I see all the TikTok girls be using it to cook.
Yeah.
And they throw the eggs on one side,
and they be in the car making food with it. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
All right, that's not good. I could freak that too. No, I made a glizzy on that.
SaVon, we need to man a grill. Think about it. Okay. Who gonna man the grill for your future family?
I'm gonna pay a nigga.
SaVon.
I can do it, SaVon, but you ask me for me.
I'm trying to make us real men.
Us. Nah, hit my man. Hey, any nigga who feel comfortable on the grill to flip Franks, by all means, flip the Frank at my crib. Nigga.
Only time I feel comfortable flipping the Frank.
But
you know what? That's why I didn't grill this year. Because I did it on my birthday, and more of our peers need to step up to the plate. I agree. My only beef with that is, don't be the person complaining about there being no cookouts, there being nowhere to go, and then you actually have the amenities, the tools, the resources, and you don't do it.
I think what it is too, inflation. To throw a barbecue,
when we just found out about inflation.
Nah, that shit been affecting me. It been affecting me, bro. Man, long for real. Yo, I don't like this. Anyway, I think the problem is before, like you would get invited to the cookout, and all you had to bring was like a bag of chips, bring a 12-pack of some Coca-Cola, some Sprite. Like it didn't really take as much to host, right? Because everybody felt, you know what? I'm hosting. I'm gonna make sure we got everything. Yeah. Due to inflation in this economy, to throw an actual barbecue for more than 6 people is gonna cost you a minimum of $500.
Yeah, that meat costs.
The meat is expensive. You gotta get cut. Like, it's a lot, bro. We don't got it this generation, man. We don't. Well, they don't.
I feel sad for us.
I don't feel sad for you. You threw 2 barbecues and some ain't even here yet, nigga. You got it. You have the meats.
I told them niggas, whoa, SaVon.
You did Arby's.
I told them niggas meet me at the park.
But still, some people can't even do that, bro. Like, throwing a barbecue, hosting a barbecue, it's a lot. Now, I think what our generation needs to embrace is honesty.
About?
Hey, I want to throw a barbecue. Yeah. I need $50 per person to execute this barbecue.
SaVon. What happened the last time you tried to collect some money from a group of folks? Go ahead and tell the truth.
Well, I did that.
Tell me about the last... I know that don't count. Them just loving supporters.
What I did.
I'm talking about the last time you had to collect some money from a group of people. You know, see, that's because you don't involve yourself in that stress.
Okay.
You see that? You see how you knew not to partake in that? That's my issue with that shit. But you're right though. That is the best way to do it. Let's find somebody that actually has the place we want to do it at. Put some money up. You know what it is? People hear things like $50. And oh my God, that's so much. You just spent weed on that.
Yep. Don Julio, 60 a pop. Reposado, might throw an extra 5 cash on it. I'm just saying, so I get it. Like, you got to pick and choose your battles. I think if we really want to do this barbecue thing, I think we just need to, reestablish some expectations as our generation continues to become the adults, which is, if I'm going to have a barbecue, I need 50 a person. And I don't give a fuck if you eat 2 glizzies, nigga, or 2 hamburgers. This is what you get.
You're right, though. Back in the day, though, when there wasn't as much inflation, because, that gradually goes up from year to year, man, you could just pull up to Big Unk Barbecue, unlimited burgers, unlimited sausage links when I used to eat them. You know what I mean? Like, now you actually have to think for yourself and for your family and friends. Oh, my God. Well,
you know the other problem, real quick, nobody wants to be a big back. I need a big back nigga on the grill.
Yeah.
I need auntie with the flabby triceps.
You see that?
That's the other problem. Nobody's really embracing what it takes to really have that. Everybody want to be a baddie. Everybody want to be an Instagram. Like, yo, I need some sweat on my burger, nigga. Wipe the sweat off your forehead on the glizzy, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? And give it a little flavor.
I need cholesterol on my shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? I need the diabetes dripping off your wrist on my eye.
That's why the generation before us, the niggas are dying out.
Stop.
Because they was doing a little too much of that shit.
They was putting too much seasoning on shit. They used to over season.
Yeah, nah. But that's the problem, bro. Like, we don't even got barbecue etiquette. Like, nobody wants to wear the Fred Flintstone Jesus sandals.
I'm African. I got no problem.
You got those?
I got those.
I need to see
I'm
you
a fly
in those.
nigga
Nah,
with
you
them
ain't got
shits.
those. You ain't got the Jesus sandals. No, you
It's been
don't.
a while since I brought them out. I'll be let them dogs breathe. You know what I mean? It's been a while, but I'll pull them out this summer.
How you feel about your feet?
I'm feeling different right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever had a combo like that. Nah.
You got a fetish?
Nah, I don't. We would have had a conversation if I did.
You just started talking so sultry to me when you started
because
talking about
I'm trying to.
You done asked about my sneakers today. I'm starting to see a trend here. I'm just
some men are really insecure about their feet.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
And I don't know. Like, I was just asking.
Well, Africans are known for being proud about busted feet. Oh. So, like, I'm just speaking on behalf of me and my people. So, nigga like me, even if my shit not looking the bestest, I'll still pull them out.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hopefully the summertime is approaching. We can have some barbecues and some grilling and stuff like that. Because I did realize there was a lack of it. My grandmother, every single 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, she's always on the grill. But you know that our generation, I don't know if we embrace that yet. I think everybody's still trying to be too cool or, you know what I'm saying, just don't got it. So
stop being too cool and make some meat. All right, SaVon, let's introduce ourselves.
Let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for rocking with us. It's the Need to Know Podcast. What you need to know, when you need to know, on the Need to Know Podcast. I go by the name SaVon. If you are new to the podcast, SaVon. The N is for new listeners because I know some of y'all old niggas left, and that's cool. I know y'all gonna be back. We got a lot for y'all over the next few weeks. Nah, what happened?
Salute to the old niggas too.
Nah, salute to them. Yeah. Well, they've been holding us down if we really be honest.
Salute to y'all.
I have my laptop up, and Alex, if I press the button, you will see I'm looking at the numbers to make sure these niggas ain't leave us alone.
I know that's right.
So we are here.
Keep it steady, y'all. What's up, folks? Hey, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy A, as always, the Paco Rabone Poppy. Never alone, always with the posse. And lastly, only one Alex. There's only one Alex in a world full of many Alexes. I am the only one.
There's a lot of Alexes like in the media space too.
Yo, cool out. I just told you I was the only one.
You did.
That's why I said it for niggas like you.
Hey.
All right? And salute to all the niggas in the space. I'm just being jokey.
Yeah,
salute.
I feel you.
I got a basic name.
There's a ton to get to this week. I feel like the last few weeks has been. Yo,
what's up, bro?
That West Coast, East Coast shit, bro. I'm glad I could breathe. That's all I gotta say. We ain't gotta start there. We got mad shit to talk about, but I'm just glad I could finally breathe. A little bit.
How long it took you? Nigga, that shit was done in 2
days.
No,
it wasn't. You keep saying that.
That shit was
West
Coast, East Coast shit.
Bro.
They thought they was...
Remember, you ain't like the comments.
What
the first comment you ever read when they tried to pull out a hip-hop card.
Oh.
So stop saying that.
Oh, nah.
I know it's normally me.
Nah.
But nigga, you can't say that and just...
Nah, they know
bro.
I love rap. I love rap, y'all. If y'all remember my original take, it was just that I didn't know how long the beef was going to last. And just like I thought, 72 hours.
No, we talking about it again today.
Oh, shit.
You
right.
It lasted 7 days.
There you go. You right.
At least.
At least.
But what else is going on? I feel like, oh, shit.
What's up?
Really quick, we don't have Pierre here, guys.
Oh, word.
I don't know. So Pierre is really polarizing on the pod.
He is. Yeah. He's just a polarizing figure.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But Pierre's not with us today. He's doing his thing. Shout out to P.
He's working.
We love and appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it. Speaking of Pierre, he is an avid content consumer.
Yeah. At times, I think he's a streamer.
Much like the glizzies that niggas consume.
He consumes
it's not the same shit, bro.
Not the same.
That's the shit he consumes.
No, because he consumes.
What?
He consumes. I'm sorry. He's gonna have me stumbling over my words.
It's all good.
He consumes way more content than glizzies.
Okay.
And you're not gonna put that on my man.
All right, cool. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
Let me know what's going on in the streaming world. Man.
Streaming University, right?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Have you attended? Nah, they ain't take my application, twin.
Okay. But
They
you could.
Yeah.
Was it a real thing? I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit like I understand the premise of it. I see all the clips.
Yeah.
But this shit, it's a lot that's been happening. So fill me in.
Now, 2, 1, I wasn't accepted. 2, better luck next year. 3, you asked if it was real or not. SaVon, I was just as confused as you, bro. Like when he was promoting it and talking about his streaming university, I didn't know what he meant. If quite frankly, I thought he was gonna have a bunch of niggas on Zoom.
Okay.
While he led the class and was just, I really didn't know. You could just tell our age is showing a little bit, you know? But it was actually a 3 or 4 day event hosted by, sponsored by, held by Cenat, of course.
Shout out to Kai.
Who everybody knows as probably the most visible streamer as of today.
Oh, is
right?
he?
We been knew he was the
Oh, is he?
We been knew that, SaVon.
Oh, is he?
You tried to say the people in AMP couldn't stand on their own.
No.
That's what you said.
I said he was the draw, but we don't gotta go.
We don't gotta
do
there.
it.
But yes, you're right. Very visible.
Okay.
And he did something I thought could never be done before. Of course, technology content changes at a rapid, quick rate. And what he did was essentially hold his own university, right? Comprised of streamers, people that made content, and certain influencers, which I thought was really, really dope and innovative. And he spent a couple $1 million.
Really?
Yeah. Went out to Akron, Ohio, found a school that he could actually rent and staffed it with his people and actually had actual professors who, I guess the professors who were a part of the program were very close to him. Okay. Right? Just to mention a few, Ben Dedon, Duke Dennis was a part of it.
When you say actual professors, you don't mean like actual like professors. You mean like professional streamers. Not like real professors. Like they acted as a professor.
You know, I don't think, yes and no. I think the professors had a lot of background with the content space.
I saw India Love.
I was just about to get to that.
I saw India Love. She's a professor?
Yes, she was.
What's her course?
She was teaching niggas how to keep money in their pocket when certain tricks want to trick them. See that?
Okay.
And wouldn't that be the perfect person?
I just want to get enrolled now. I don't know what she's teaching.
But you know what though?
But yeah.
That's kind of why I like the incorporation of the India Loves, the Ben Dedons, because they added an older crowd to such a younger mix, right? And it made people like us, who's just a little bit older than them, actually kind of care about it, right? Or actually check up on it. And he literally held it like an actual school, right? Cenat was the dean of students.
Where'd they sleep?
In the dorm rooms, bro.
I told you, it's like a legit thing.
Kai rented out a college campus. It was in Akron.
I'm impressed just by like the creativity.
Yeah.
Honestly, like just the creativity that he has, him and Druski, they're like synonymous for me. As somebody who's on the outside looking in, those are like the faces of this new wave of just media and content and comedy and all of those things.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm just impressed by like the constant way to evolve.
Yeah.
And to think and to be ahead. Like, that shit is really fucking dope.
He's literally living our lives. A bunch of money and doing whatever the fuck he wants to do with it. Mr. Beast, another streamer who's on that list, right?
Yeah.
Bunch of money.
Oh, he was there?
He wasn't there.
But he's just one of those ones.
And he also gifted Cenat $10,000 to give to one of the streaming
Why he don't gift another nigga from New York a 10? Like, why does the rich always gotta keep getting richer?
No, he told Kai to give it to another streamer. So one of the students.
Give it to me.
Nigga, go stream.
Give it to us.
Go stream.
I don't want
That's what we need to go do. Shit.
Like, just give it to me, bro. Like, the fuck?
Nah.
I came across this really, really quick, and I thought this was a dope idea and concept. So, as many of y'all know, we've been doing this podcasting thing for a very, very long time. And we've been kind of able to see different stages of how podcasts, are ran and created and just the marketing behind it, all of those things. And I knew we would get to a day where content would get to this point. Meaning, the big dogs are here. The agencies are here. The corporations are here. The athletes are here. You know how I feel about them.
Yeah,
the athletes is here.
We know you hate the athletes.
The actors are here. Like everybody is here now. Podcasting is not this niche, little nuance. It's not the best kept secret anymore. It's no longer a secret. It's just one of the best things in media, right?
Yeah.
And so I came across this post or this discussion that Gilbert Arenas was having. He's somebody who's also kind of been in the forefront when it comes to sports media. I think he's been doing it before the money really has gotten pumped into it. And shout out to everybody who is joining podcasts, right? It's good for everybody when you see the Carmelo Anthonys, you see the Fat Joes and the Jadas, right? Like you see all of these podcasts just seemingly emerge out of nowhere. In my opinion, not in my opinion, we see it. None of these podcasts were built as organic as a Joe Budden podcast. Right? A Joe Rogan podcast. The podcasts from yesteryear and the podcasts that are being created today are very different in how the inception of them are. So I saw Gilbert Arenas talking about it, and what he said was Cenat's, he actually posed a question.
Right.
Is Cenat's current content house project, the Streaming University, he's suggesting it's funded by UTA, which is a talent agency, United Talent Agency, similar to how agencies finance new NBA podcasters, owning their channels and paying them a percentage of the revenue.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. When you think about, like, I watched Streaming University, well, not every day of it, because there were so many simultaneous streams going on at the same time, right? They had over 100 students plus professors, etc. You just get to see all of the moving parts and how expensive it could get. Okay, so I know Cenat has his own money, right? We all know he got some buku dollars. But it wouldn't surprise me if somebody wanted to partner with him, especially somebody that was already helping to manage him in his career. Like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's fund this. It'll look cool and it'll be here forever because he wants to continue to do this.
Does he?
Yeah.
So this is going to be like an annual thing?
Probably. Let's see if he does it on a quarterly basis, right? Or maybe once a summer. But definitely he wants to get streamers who are up and coming, put them in a university rooms with like-minded people and help their subscriber count, help them grow as creators. I think that's super fun.
That's dope. Yeah. Honestly, I can't wait to see the first creator that benefits from this. It reminds me, going back to just the athletes, like you'll see, I forgot who it was in this year's playoffs. But it was the Thompson twins. Oh, and they said
Amen and the Sore.
Yes, Amen and the Sore. Yeah. And one of them matched up against Steph Curry. And when they were younger, they went to Steph Curry's camp. And now they're facing off Steph Curry in the playoffs. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't wait to see that next wave of streamers and content creators and how this actually does help people, because it is dope for content. But if it is a real thing to kind of uplift the community in the way that it's designed or presented, I think that would be really dope, especially for somebody like a Cenat, because I think that's one thing podcasters didn't really do. They didn't really pay it forward. You kind of had to like make your own lane. You kind of had to kick through the door. You kind of had to like, you know, like just have
podcasting like helping niggas. You can say it.
Only, I will say Mandy has helped a lot when it comes to resources.
Salute to Mandy.
But generally speaking, and even who would to say, like, had we not had the trajectory and the entry point of working with a Joe Budden, you know, what our path would have potentially been, right? So I think the fact that he's doing that, he's pulling other streamers up. It's like the Jay-Z effect. It's like the Drake effect, right? It's like you're the top of the wave, but you got to keep finding and riding those different ways to maintain relevant, to put more people on, and just keep your place at that top spot. Yeah,
I absolutely agree. There were thousands of people tuned in. They've got the right idea, bro.
Nah, for sure. Speaking of Drake, I saw Drake. He has something to do with this too. He made an announcement or some shit.
It's funny. So at the completion of the process, which was only a couple days, Cenat elected to host an award show, right? An award ceremony for MVP, right? Who was the cleanliest? All types of awards, right? And before the awards commenced, we got a thank you video from Drake. Nice. I guess that was their commencement speech.
Is this the closest that Drake is gonna get to a black media person?
That's crazy.
Is it? Because it was pre-recorded.
It was.
It's not like he was actually at the university. Yeah. But I seen him with Aiden Ross. circles. I've seen him with those, you know, like, is this the closest that we gonna get Drake in like these type of circles?
Going forward, no.
Okay.
And especially because he is...
Put your cape on?
I'm not putting my cape on. Being serious. I'm going to tell you why it's not a cape.
Okay.
If he decided to actually participate, have some hand in Streaming University, I think he's seeing what he wants to do next, right? Like we've seen him do streams with the XQC guy who's really big with the gambling streamers and all of that. We've seen him do Aiden Ross, right? At the time, of course, we know he knows of Kai. He spoke to Kai during the rap beef or during the rap battle. But you're right, we just never saw them do an actual stream. Yeah. People mad at Akademiks for that shit too, right? A lot of fans just assume that maybe Drake should have done a stream with Akademiks. But again, it's Drake's world. He can do whatever he wants to do.
Which he has.
Huh?
Which he has. He's done whatever he wanted.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But I don't know, man. That is the first thing that came to my mind though. When I saw him as the person that was giving the speech, I'm like, damn, you coming to us now?
I don't even know if you like, I'm not gonna say he's coming to us now.
You don't think so?
Again, going back to what I said about him and Hov, like they are known for riding the waves. I think he may just kind of be riding a wave. He dip his foot in, and then when it's time to go back, he goes back. I don't know, and it could have just been off of good faith, right? Like we don't really know shit. They may have a personal relationship where it's like, yo, Drake, can you do me a favor? I'm doing this cool thing, and Drake just had a little bit of time, and he sent it over to Kai, and it's nothing to really look into that deep. Yeah. But I think that's just what it is that we do when we see the big fish and when they got the microscope on them in the way that they do. Like the Kendrick tour, I think is wrapped up. Is it wrapping up? Or I know they went to LA.
It's on its way. It's almost done.
It's almost done. Yeah, but I know they was in LA.
Yeah.
So
far.
And so whenever these guys are moving the way that they moving, you know, you just got to look at it. That's it. He made an announcement.
He did make an announcement. I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah.
I think it was a Central Cee show.
Okay.
It was a Central Cee show.
He's black?
Yes, actually he is.
Okay.
I think he said he's Trinidadian and mixed. I don't know. Y'all do y'all Googles. All right, I'm not the nigga daddy. I don't know what he is, okay? I'm just telling you what I heard. But yeah, I think he popped up to his show. And I guess at the end of his performance, he alluded that OVO Fest will be making its return this summer. Of course, OVO Fest has been an on-current event for many, many years, but we know what happened last year. So I guess we could kind of assume as to why he took a step back last year, assess what was going on, putting his feet back in it. And I wanted to ask you, coming off of the rap battle, and you know, he hasn't done it in at least 2 years now. What do we expect for OVO Fest to feel like, look like? Who will be there? I'm curious.
It's probably gonna be a lot more women and R&B centric. Just coming off the album that he put out. Gotcha. I think there's, you know, some speculation that he's gonna put out some more music. I think he even said it. He like kind of previewed, hey, I got more music, whatever accent he used at that particular announcement.
Said he got an album on the way. Yeah, and like he got a 6-pack with Gordo again.
Oh, he went back to the same surgeon?
Gordo. No, what the fuck, SaVon? Gordo the producer that did the
got the new 6-pack.
No,
the
I didn't
say. Nigga, I don't know.
SaVon.
Bro, Kendrick told me last year he went and got the 6-pack.
Stop listening to that
You
nigga.
said he went and got the 6-pack.
6-pack of music.
He got touched up.
My fault.
No. You never get a little touch up?
I don't know if that nigga got touched.
I saw in your beard. You never got a touch up,
no.
bro? You got a touch up on his ass.
No, I don't know that.
6-pack.
I meant a 6-pack of music.
Got it.
Gordo. Shout out to Gordo, house producer, who else also helped produce what was the dance album? I was about to call it Text Go Green. Damn. That's one of the songs.
Honestly, never mind.
Honestly, never mind. Yeah. He posted up a 6-pack with him and Drake. So should be an interesting summer. But you think it's gonna be more women based, R&B based?
Yeah. I think you lean into what's working for you. Like this is working for him musically. It seems like the album is getting better as the weeks continue to go on. I think it probably will have a resurgence during the summer. I don't see too many people doing much. Like they were saying, like Nokia was a song of the summer. I'm not gonna say that. Like we're not in summer. To have conversations about song of the summer, the summer has to hit.
But we know the song usually that bubbles before the summer. That once the summer arrives, we go, okay, cool. This has kind of been making its waves late spring, and now we've arrived.
Yeah, but again, going back to my point about like the streaming and the music and the content, I don't even think we gauge like things with Song of the Summer.
Not anymore.
I don't think it's been a thing. I don't think we do it anymore.
It's prehistoric.
I think
just
so.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I think it's one of those.
Just a little bit.
It's prehistoric and it's also being determined prematurely.
Yeah.
Because this album came out in February.
Yeah,
right?
And
there's a lot of music to be had, to be done, like to be dropped before we start talking about what the Song of the Summer is. So
but to your point though, you might be right. We mentioned Cenat. He gave Cenat the reins to direct whatever song is next off of that project for them to shoot, right? So
I thought it was to reshoot Nokia. Am I bugging?
No,
okay.
A whole new song.
Whole new song?
Picked a whole new song. I think he's even like hosting a giveaway, not a giveaway, but just like a competition.
Okay.
Or who could get the best concept, things of that nature.
Oh, so he's stealing some more sauce.
That's not. I don't know if that.
Borrowing,
can't say that.
he's
that's
borrowing.
not stealing.
That's borrowing.
Somebody is lending their likeness.
Borrowing some more sauce. Because Kai is him. So he's like, yo, Kai, I need you to come direct my shit.
No.
Because he got the shit now.
You don't remember when the Nokia video came out?
Nobody liked it.
I didn't like it. I'll speak for myself.
A lot of people didn't like it.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Because
I personally didn't like it. It just felt bland. It didn't feel like it was on brand to the song. So Cenat reacted to it and was basically giving him a version that sounded all right. Drake was probably thinking to himself like, damn, I probably should let this little nigga direct the whole shit. And all I could think about was Theo Scudra, who be directing and shooting all of Drake's videos and how he felt in that moment when Drake asked this little nigga to start directing all his shits now.
Who is Theo Scudra?
That's Drake's mans that be helping him shoot shit.
Yo, you are the OVO A5 Jordans.
What's up with you?
Who the fuck are you, bro?
I'm Alex.
I feel like I don't even know you no more,
what
bro.
The
like
fuck,
you
man?
just mainstream and shit. Like how you just know all this shit, bro?
You know I know my shit when it comes to this music shit a little bit.
Nah, but all right, cool. We'll see. We'll see.
I'll give my prediction. I think this would be stupid. But I think he tries to get a little petty again. With the rap beef, with his words, with you remember when the Meek and Drake thing was going on, right? Yep. And Drake performed back to back, and he had the whole background behind him going to the words of what he said. I don't know if we get something that matches diss track. I don't think he performs a diss track. Let me be clear. But I do think he pokes at it at his own festival. I know he's going to feel an immense amount of love. And what better time to be cocky than when you getting some love?
Okay.
Right?
All right. I will say this.
Yeah.
I think he should probably just tread lightly on that front.
Remember, he'll probably be promoting an album around it too, or it'll be out.
The clips are coming.
Yeah.
The clips are coming. They have been promoting their music.
Oh, you talking about the brothers?
Talking about the brothers. The clips are coming.
Yeah.
There's rumored to have a confirmed song with the clips, which is, if anybody doesn't know, comprised of Pusha T and his brother Malice.
Yeah.
Formerly,
Malice,
actually
no
known as No Malice.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, No Malice.
Find you.
Yeah, No Malice and Pusha T.
Yeah.
Comprise, make up the clips. And it's rumored to have a song on their new album, highly anticipated album, with Kendrick Lamar, featured Kendrick Lamar. So I would just tread lightly on the beefs and all of these things. I think he just do what it is that you've been doing, which is streaming with white niggas. And putting out love songs. It's a good formula. It's been working for him, bro. Like, just leave that. I think, as a Drake fan, I'm saying this, Drake, I love you, dog. Just leave that part of everything you got going on musically alone. Drake,
hop back in your bag, fool. I think that's the perfect time to get it back popping again. Word, all right? I don't know. I don't think a rap beef has to ensue again. What?
Oh, bro, you're advising your man the wrong thing.
That's not my man. Everybody's my man.
Nah, you love that nigga, though.
I love all these artists. Think about it.
Okay.
Drake has been teasing this new album, right?
Yes.
It's probably going to drop, if not summer, very, very early fall. What better time than to reignite my pen? I don't think he has to directly get at the nigga Kendrick, right? But all three of my ops linking up again, and I'm in album mode, I feel differently. Absolutely. I'm not in hibernation. He said he's been on a run as of recently in terms of his pen. We're going to hear it soon and really see if that's true or not. But I think that's the perfect time to sharpen the pen again, just to make sure you still, you don't want niggas to start bullying you all the time now. Oh, you got to move out the way because your ops linked up again. Oh, Kendrick has something to say again, so you got to get out of the way. I think that would be dangerous for him only for his confidence, right? Like this goes for any person. If Kendrick would have lost, I would have told him the same thing. Your confidence is key, especially when you're one of those prominent big artists. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. I do think he leans into his petty bag at OVO Fest, though. I do.
Okay.
I do.
TBD, to be determined.
Yeah.
While we was talking about streaming university, though, I did want to bring up, you saw the Druski skit? What's going on, Needs to Know Pod family? We are partnering back again with the good folks over at Underdog Fantasy. What is Underdog Fantasy, you ask? It is only the very best daily sports fantasy app.
Exactly. Now, we need you to sign up using code NEED2KNOW, all right? And make just your first deposit and get up to $1,000 in bonus credit. Come on, man.
As y'all all know, NBA playoff season is here. I have been locked in, picking my favorite players for hires and some of my least favorite maybe for lowers. But hires, lowers, that's the only way to go on here, all right? The more selections you make, the more chances you have to earn more money. It is that simple.
Real simple.
All right? The more selects, the more picks. Please, you can win up to 325 times your money. Make sure y'all go get that. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Again, Need to Know is the code. Like you said, don't wait. Download it now.
Yo.
Did you see the Druski skit?
When the white dudes be cool, all the hood niggas.
Yeah.
And he pulled up in the Justin Bieber cut.
Yeah.
And the scammer outfit. Druski's undefeated.
He's on a run.
He's on a run. You want to know why I know he's on a run?
Why?
Druski did whiteface and nobody gave a fuck.
I did.
Did you?
I did when I saw it, bro. Because
what do you mean by
I'm one of those people. I like to just keep that same energy, and it's not the Druski. It's not like specifically targeting Druski. I think what he did is funny, it's creative, it works. But I think he could have did that skit without doing the whiteface, and it still had made sense. I think if he would have put a wig on, because his impressions of a white person is fucking phenomenal.
See, now pause. That's why I'm not mad at it. Good comedians, true comedians, when it's actually funny, don't nobody really care.
You better keep that same energy. Better keep that same energy.
But for what though? What would be
because if a white person, the alternate is
like a
the
white
person doing blackface.
Is it funny?
I'm not the one to determine that.
My thing
if the person is funny, like you said, Druski was funny. I'm not saying in that, like, take away the skit. We talking about the person, right?
Yeah.
You said if you're funny, you can pull something like that off.
If you're funny and the skit is funny, I personally wholeheartedly believe most people won't give a fuck. It's only when you do a butch job where people start honing in on you and they're not laughing because they're critiquing how bad it is. Granted, I do understand your point, right? Hey, if the white person start doing it, hey, y'all, be careful now. But who's homie I thought was racist that always leaning into the black racist jokes? And
SaVon?
There you go. He's actually funny. So a lot of like the racist remarks he has from here and there, people don't really take them as seriously. Am I right or wrong? Right?
No, I think so. Right? I think there's a niche, there's a crowd for it. I find SaVon funny, but again, when I say keep that same energy, like we as a community, I think we just got to be conscious of that because there's nothing funny about it, right? If somebody were to put on blackface, I don't think people can find the funny in that. There may be a small sector of people who can, and that's on them.
It's gonna make it tough.
It's gonna make it tough, but the entry point is why it's not funny. Like a lot of the time, and I haven't seen it done properly for me to be like, oh yeah, there's an example of this white person dressing up. I've never seen that and said this is funny. Like I just haven't seen it. But just keeping it in this context of this particular skit, there may be somebody who's white, who maybe is funny, who maybe, you know what, Robert Downey Jr.
There you go. Who gave a fuck?
Tropic Thunder.
Nobody cared.
Robert Downey Jr., he did that in a film with Ben Stiller. Like, it was done. Yeah. And I think because he executed in the right way, we laughed.
I absolutely agree.
We laughed. Yeah. So I think, it's just, you just got to tread lightly with that stuff. I think Druski's funny enough to where he just didn't have to do it to still get his point across, to still go viral. Like we said, he's on a run. Yeah, so I don't think he necessarily needed that, but I think, I don't like hypocrites and I just want to keep that same energy, man.
But if we're going to call Druski a comedian, don't comedians have special rules? Isn't that what Andrew Schultz and the rest have been parading around telling us?
No, they do. Right? But some things, if you don't want it to be done to you, you just shouldn't do it, is my thing. And as a community, I think we feel blackface is a no-go. At the entry point of some, in most cases outside of Robert Downey Jr., for whatever reason, we give him the pass. Maybe because he's Iron Man. I don't fucking know.
See,
I'm not going to speak for everybody. Yeah, we let the nigga rock. And he killed it.
I'm trying to tell you.
But Brandon T. Jackson, he was in that movie too, and he ain't snuffed the nigga. Like, he probably was like, oh shit, that's Robert Downey. But anyway, at the entry point of blackface, we cannot find things funny.
I agree with that.
Right?
No,
so
I agree.
We don't even get past the context or the content of what's being done because we see a white person with blackface. So automatically, most cases, it can't be funny.
Most cases.
I think the same should go for anything. Like, if we don't want it done to us, let's just not play around with it, in my opinion.
All white people got to do is find their Druski. You can't be mad at Druski for making it funny. You're right, though. I have never seen blackface done in a funny way, but Drake, you're my man. I'm sorry.
Not Drake, Druski.
No. I meant Drake.
Oh.
We saw Drake in blackface.
We still bumped the shit.
That's my point.
Oh, that's your point?
That's my point. Right, when you're just so emphatic, that prolific, when you do other things so well, people will be okay with it. But again, this is one of those conversations where wrong messenger and you won't get it.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. So
because it is funny. But in Druski, like, he's light skinned, like,
and I know white niggas like that.
Me too. And he could have gone it off. He's gone it off so many different times where he didn't have to do the painting or the makeup or whatever it is that he did. That was the only thing. And maybe I sound soft, but fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because it's just not needed.
It's a lot of things that us regular folks say that is not needed that comedians would argue us on. You know, so that's what's different for me here. He's a comic. Granted, I know he's not the standard stand-up comedian doing hour sets or anything like that, but he is a comedian, you know? So I do think it's different in their realm, but I understand what you're saying as well. Yeah.
And I think you actually opened up my eyes to the barometer of what funny is. It's like, if you have to make fun of somebody or if you have to kind of degrade or just shape shift to make somebody laugh, it's like, how funny are you? Now, I don't think that applies to Druski. I think Druski is actually really, really fucking hilarious. Like, I think he's funny. I just don't think he necessarily needed that. And again, I just want to keep that same energy. Like, we don't want certain things.
But sometimes you ever laugh at something you know you're not supposed to laugh at?
All the time.
But that's Mark that. Fuck. We were doing
Gotcha.
Shut the fuck.
My fault. It's just
Mark. But yeah, have you ever laughed at something that you sometimes
I have.
Sometimes it's not your fault.
I know.
All right, you fucking me up.
My fault.
I was gonna make such a great point too.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you. No, sometimes we laugh at things that we can't explain.
Yes.
Because deep down, subconsciously, they're so relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you're a comic that makes relatable content, it'll be hard to miss.
Hey man, when Theo Vaughn come out and he put on blackface and the low Caesar,
I'm gonna call you.
No, don't call me.
I'm gonna call you.
Nah, don't
That's
call
your
me.
man.
I'm just saying.
Nah, that's your man.
Nigga's funny.
Yeah, there you go. And when he do that, I'm gonna ask for you to say that.
Nah, I gotta see it first. And it's probably not gonna be funny. I think Robert Downey Jr., he's the exception for whatever reason.
See?
And just let that live.
It's because he used to do drugs.
That's because deep down inside, he was living his truth in those scenes.
No, the fuck he wasn't.
For him.
He thought he was a nigga.
Nah, I know. Did he get it off in the movie? He said
he didn't get that off.
He didn't get that off?
But he was getting it off. I thought it was somebody's uncle.
He ain't say my nigga. With the A. He ain't put the A on it?
SaVon, chill. If I go back and watch that and Robert Downey Jr. said that and I missed it, somebody gonna die.
Vince McMahon got it off.
Oh, wait, no. Multiple times.
That's what I'm
Hulk
like.
Hogan?
Yeah.
All them wrestlers.
Nah, wait. Hulk Hogan said it in the confinements of his home, degrading his daughter. Vince said it like he was just getting it off.
Yeah, gotta be careful.
That's the other thing too, bro.
Right.
Like, it gotta be scary for white folks. It has to.
What you mean?
Because they don't really understand the dynamics of the and the
No, they know.
Not.
That's
like it gotta be like a landmine for them, bro.
No, it ain't. You know what I think about frequently? The amount of white kids that say nigga and the songs we be listening to. Yeah. I only think about it when I see concerts, but they know. That's how I know they know.
Okay. You ever been around that? Like a white person that say nigga? We live in Long Island. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
I absolutely. You know, I wouldn't lie about that. Yeah, I absolutely have. How did I deal with it? I actually dealt with it. Yo, he didn't say nigga, but I could feel nigga in his eyes over this past weekend. I went to Hooters.
Wait, this past weekend?
I went to Hooters. Shout out to my OG O. Shout out to my OG. That's my triple OG word. Shout out to Oski, right?
Okay.
Oski living a new life.
Okay. Shout out to Oski.
Oski's working for the town.
Okay.
He done cleaned it up.
Shout out to my guy Oski.
Okay. He is not his past. O is not a reflection of his past. But sometimes certain motherfuckers start poking at him. So we at Hooters, right?
Why you go? Never mind. Hooters.
I'm gonna be honest.
In 2025, Alex, Hooters.
What?
On Memorial Day weekend. Hooters.
I just wanted a quick drink.
It's okay. I'm learning.
Nah, it wasn't no titties in there though. The titties have decreased, y'all. I don't know if you guys have been to Hooters as of late, but it's not as many titties.
When you went Saturday night?
Yeah.
And that's why when I saw you Sunday, you was down and out Sunday morning when we met.
Down. How that song go? What Kim and Kanye said? Anyway, so yeah, we in Hooters, and granted, the game was on that night. And this is, you know, us black people, we read the surroundings of the room pretty well because we've had to. We walk in, mind you, I just told you the playoffs. There's a basketball game on. 50 screens full of baseball. We already knew what time it was.
Bro, I hate, why does that?
We already knew what time it was.
That is a telltale sign of get the fuck out.
Yes.
Nigger.
Yes.
Like,
no, it is.
Bro, it's the fucking New York Knicks in the conference finals, and you got Batman on?
Bro,
in hockey?
Mind you, the Mets was losing.
The Mets was losing. Bro, oh my God, I'm so glad we live that is a real thing.
We were so confused, SaVon. So then we sat down, and of course we wanted to see the game. So then we asked the only other black man in the restaurant who worked there.
Why you put him on that pressure? Why you do that to that man?
Nah, because we was going to hold him down.
Now you about to make him go do your dirty work.
We was going to hold him down if it got popping. Word. So Pete. So then we like, yo, OG, we trying to watch the game. He looked at us. He already knew. We didn't have to tell him where to go. That nigga went right to basketball. Soon as he do that, Anglo-Saxon to the right of him, hey, we watching the Mets game here. We watching the Mets. I'm like, nigga, use the other 49 TVs in the spot.
50 in here.
It's 50 in here. So then my man, back to O now. Here go O. What's up, pussy? I'm like,
wait, off the channel change?
My OG don't play.
What the fuck?
My OG don't play. My OG do not play that shit because he a little older than us. He knows what we've been through. Okay. You know what I mean? And, you know, he don't like when shit like that occurs or happens. Long story short, we do know when they being racist.
Okay. God damn.
Yeah.
He was about to...
O was about to finish him, man. As soon as O started talking, Matt just piped down. He was like, no, I didn't mean that.
Honestly, we might have to come in with a list of like the subtle ways that white people say, get the fuck out,
nigga.
Get the fuck out.
We should have walked right out, bro. When I saw Juan Soto.
Oh my God.
I should have known.
Like, bro. Bro, the Yankees will be up 12-4.
Bro.
In the 9th inning. And these niggas is watching this shit just because they know I want to see the Knicks. Yes. I'm here we live in New York.
We live in New York.
What are you doing
right
now?
The Knicks are playing. I have to tell y'all to put the Knicks game on in an establishment.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. Pray for us. Pray for us, man.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, we've been through it all, SaVon.
Yeah, that's fucked up. You know what you should have did?
What's up?
What maybe your OG should have done? He should have made that white dude smoke crack.
No.
Nah, sometimes
that was old life.
Nah.
That's what he used to make.
Come on, bro.
That's what he used to make niggas do.
Bro, why is crack and Hooters a thing in 2025? You going to Hooters in 2025 we gonna unpack that another day.
Why?
Because
you thought I was horny?
That's crazy, dog. There's a lot of great establishments that you could have chosen. Yeah. Hooters.
I like they wings.
Nah, there's a lot of wings in the world.
I like they wings.
What else you like there?
I told you, ain't no more titties left.
What they got there though?
It was a total of 3 titties in the whole spot.
Damn, not even 2 pairs?
Nah, the other one was deflated. I'm telling you right now, Hooters has changed. Drop it in the comments if you've experienced the same changes I've seen myself. Yeah, man, it's rough for us.
It's hard to find a Hooters.
I know, nigga.
But you found it.
Boy, did I had to drive like 25 minutes too. I'm nasty for driving 25 minutes to Hooters. Right? I'm nasty for that.
To watch the game, bro. Like you pass at least 19 sports bars. We both live in Long Island. Like you could have found something.
Back to people and just like place of residence, right? I ain't want to bring them niggas back to my house.
Okay.
Where we gonna watch the game at? Y'all not coming here. Yeah.
Fair point.
Fair. But you mentioned crack. Why?
Oh, real quick.
What the fuck?
So there was a story. Big business happening.
Where?
Above my pay grade. Now, you know I've been trying to get into stocks. Somebody asked me this past weekend, hey, do you have any hobbies? And I was like, wait, hold up, I ain't got no hobbies. That shit hit me. I was like, wait, hold up. I just work, sleep, play video games, mark this. Like,
stop.
I just do a little bit of everything else that everybody else do, but where's my hobbies at? And then it hit me. I said, oh shit.
I gotta get hobbies.
I have one. It's trying to learn the stock market and understand it. Like, that's a legit hobby.
That's a fact. That's
Although it could be lucrative, like it's fun. I find fun in it. I find peace, tranquility. I invested in it. I bought a whole new monitor. My setup looks like the Batcave.
Oh, you got the 2 monitors set
I
up?
got 3 monitors now.
Oh, this nigga work for Chase.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Oh, this nigga work for Chase Morgan now.
I don't.
You know, shit.
But I found a hobby, and alongside, so I think I told you, I'm still in like beginner baby step mode when it comes to this shit. Yeah. I did create my Robinhood profile. You'll be proud of me.
Ooh, congrats, SaVon.
Thank you.
For those of you that didn't know, and for you lazy motherfuckers out there that said, oh, I don't know how to buy stocks. SaVon was purchasing his stocks for 9 years straight on Cash App.
I still am. Okay.
Yes.
I still have.
You might be asking yourself, how do you buy stocks on Cash App? Don't worry. I asked him the same thing.
I'm the only nigga on there.
It's just you. It's just you buying stocks on there. Niggas is on there sending money. You buying stocks.
I dusted off my Cash App to get in the stocks. And right above the stocks, on Cash App at least, you can look at crypto. Right? You can see the crypto market. And so I came across this story where this crypto guy kidnapped another crypto guy.
I heard about this.
And made him smoke crack.
Now let's do the science.
He was hating.
Let's do the science. Did he try to string him out a little bit?
So a crypto investor is charged with kidnapping and torturing a man in a New York City apartment for weeks.
In a New York City apartment?
New York City apartment
real torture.
For weeks.
Oh shit, that's real torture.
Let's see. Let's read a little bit. So from what I could tell you off of top of hand, the victim was a 28-year-old victim from Italy, and as we all know, the thing about the whole Bitcoin crypto stuff is like it translates barriers, right? It's not language. There's no barriers to this shit, right? It's really not regulated yet, is it?
It's not regulated as of yet,
right? So
as of yet,
if you in Italy and you in fucking South of France, whatever, you can get your money, same cost, cool. Anyway, the crypto king was the guy who kidnapped the Italian stallion.
Now, why is a nigga called Crypto King?
Because he was getting money in Kentucky.
But did he run out? Because why would you need to?
Sometimes you got to catch a jukes. And when he got his victim, he wanted his crypto wallet.
Yeah.
And he tortured him. And one of the tortures was making him smoke crack. You smoke crack, don't you?
I'm just trying to understand the logic. Okay, did he, because he also was trying to get him to insert his password into his Bitcoin account, but he wouldn't do it.
Of course not.
Of course not, because why would you? So now I'm thinking to myself, was he trying to make him look like a druggie?
I think
to the general public,
you just gotta get creative. Like it's the Fleece Johnson, right? We gonna do this the easy way or the hard way. Everybody's hard way is different. For Fleece, he was coming to take your ass. All right. That was the truth.
He was.
His hard way was like, you gonna give me some booty in jail, right?
Yo.
The Crypto King's hard way is you gonna smoke crack. So
that's rough.
He tortured him. He made him urinated on himself, feces. He had an accomplice, a young woman. So they were just trying to get this guy to give up his crypto wallet so he could get some more money out of him. And yeah, they were both up. They're both up M's, right? Like M's in Kentucky That goes a long way. Nah, like legit. So I don't really understand why he had to fly this dude out. Like he flew from Italy to meet up with the Crypto King thinking he was gonna get game.
Nah, SaVon, you're looking at it all wrong. Homie from Kentucky must have been running out of money.
He's the Crypto King now.
Have you ever ran into a scammer?
I have, actually. And I got scammed.
What are scammers known to do, SaVon? I can speak from it a little bit, but I don't want to incriminate nobody, so I won't. But I will. A lot of the time, scammers don't have liquid.
Oh.
So they spend either other people's monies or money that they have to take. So if a nigga called Crypto King, that means you was the king. It's your kingdom. That means you probably had a lot of it. If you feel like you gotta go rob some more, you was spending too much in Kentucky. What was he buying in Kentucky?
I don't know what he was buying. All I know is horses. That's all they got out there.
Horses are everywhere.
Nah, they don't got that shit everywhere.
Chicken is everywhere, bro.
They don't got horses in New York.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do in the city, actually. I saw one passed out before. Animal cruelty, bro. They shouldn't be riding horses in the city. They got mad technology and shit and all that. But anyway, Crypto King, he was getting busy. He made a nigga smoke crack. I just thought that was funny. We talked about scamming. I have been scammed. Actually, it's probably why I left the game. Because I was in the game. I was in the crypto game. Then my Call of Duty account got hacked.
Oh, and then you couldn't get your account back,
and I was trying to get it back.
That happened to my dog Just too.
And I was sending crypto to a random wallet. And he never recovered my account. And I realized, aha, I've been scammed.
SaVon.
I never got my account back or my Bitcoin. And so I left the Bitcoin game at a real early stage. Because I put this is when a Bitcoin cost maybe $20,000. Wait.
Slow down, okay? You stop, buddy.
I ain't tell you this.
Is this you admitting that some crypto dudes?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Little Indian nigga, son.
Did they blackmail you?
Bro, nigga was like, yo, so I needed my shit back. I thought I could get it back. So I created a WhatsApp. And we communicated on WhatsApp. That wasn't
your red flag right there? That wasn't your first red flag right there?
I'm new.
Okay.
I'm American. Now, there's a discrepancy, right?
I know some American scammers.
I didn't know. Now, I know WhatsApp is used for like people who got family in different countries because it's an easier way to, communicate.
This is true.
I didn't know that. I thought, oh, nigga, India, let's get it popping. I got you. You ain't got a Google number. Of course not. Like, boom. I need my Call of Duty account right now. Nigga hit me with the thank you very much. I said, oh shit. Nah, bro. So and this
Abu. Hit you with the Abu.
I'm gonna confirm right now. You tell me if I'm lying. Somebody's wallet, the crypto wallet code is like 30 numbers and letters combined long. So
they're usually very long.
He's like, yo, I need you to send me 50 shares of this crypto to this wallet.
You ain't fight back.
It was like BWZY013467. Like, I'm typing it in. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get my account back. I sent it to him. Boom. He said, oh, refresh your page, buddy.
Refresh what page?
My Call of Duty shit. So I'm like, oh, bet I'm about to get my page back. I refresh, nothing. Ah, shit. I've encountered a blockage, man. Like, send me another 50. Oh, right away, man.
SaVon.
Whatever resources you need from me,
SaVon.
I'm gonna help you get it.
SaVon.
I sent him another.
Did you get a reference number from Abu?
So then, hey, hold up, Abu did me.
Because I'm trying to figure out why you continue to send money to a nigga that you couldn't.
Desperate. Damn it, I needed my shit. So anyway, the second payment goes through. I bet. Shout out Abu, you got me. He said, oh, I'm nearing the end of the process. He sent me a screenshot. Some bullshit, nigga. I don't know what the nigga said.
Sent you a screenshot of nothing. that nigga took a picture of anything.
Bro, send me a screenshot. He said, wait. But there's more. Send me another 50. What I did. I sent it to him.
You had $150 right now. This nigga had $150.
Stop. Nah, it was more than that. It was like 600.
SaVon, you spend $50 by the interval to $600?
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk.
No, the first was $250.
We need to talk.
Yeah.
We need to fucking talk.
I understand Crypto King. I should have made that Indian nigga smoke crack.
What?
I should have tracked that motherfucker.
Why you ain't hit
They got crack in India?
Yes, they got crack in India.
You don't know that.
I do know
They got shisha. I should have put the crack in the nigga shisha.
You can't do that. Okay.
He would have been cracked out in his little fucking cubicle. Fuck that nigga.
SaVon, you should have hit me, man.
Nah,
I would have got you out of that. It's
bro.
a way to scare them niggas.
Nah, sometimes, bro, I be too embarrassed for real. Sometimes my ego won't act like, as a man, I just can't ask for help all the time, bro. Like, I just want to figure that out, gang.
Okay, last question, because you know I've fallen off when it comes to games. Was the Call of Duty account that valuable?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
You had a bunch of guns on Prestige?
Yeah, man, I did a lot. I've earned my keep ask just. Like, you leveling these guns up. Sometimes you get a little tracer pack. I want my bullets to shoot blue. I don't want the regular shit. I want my bullets to shoot a different color.
Wait,
I was getting the different color bullets and all that. Like,
I'm starting to do the math here. They hacked just too. Was y'all niggas on the same server? Y'all better go get some new shit, man. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together, but
yeah.
All right.
I got hacked.
Damn, brother. Sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to me too. Sorry that happened to me too, bro. This nigga's nuts, bro. Whoa, I don't know where you want to go from here. We can stick to hip hop, rap shit, or do you want to go to Black Love?
Oh, we gotta go to Black Love.
Okay, we ain't got Black Love right now. Got Black Love?
Nah, I ain't got Black Love.
Nah, okay.
My Black Love one-sided right now.
Okay, one-sided? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Papoose and Remy?
Papoose and Remy.
I don't know how long you want to stay on it. A lot has happened since last week to now. I think for me, the biggest thing is, one is sad.
Let's start.
One is literally, it's just sad to see. Only because they personified Black love. They actually trademarked Black love as a thing.
I want to stop you there.
Yeah.
That was that's one of the things I thought about. Over the years, when they were together and we see them on social media since she got out, etc., even before when she was in jail, Pap was the only person I personally saw push the hashtag Black Love. Like, I ain't never see Rem just throw up the hashtag, hey, yo, Black Love. Pap, my man. We're not going to do that. You know I see Pap. Fuck with Pap. Pap, what up? But, I mean, like, and I always used to feel like that was an amazing thing that he did, right? Look at a guy, right? Because, again, most men, they'll say they wouldn't stay around for somebody doing a sentence, etc. All he did was big up their love and talk about their golden child. So I never actually saw her subscribe to the Black Love shit. And you know what's funny? In her response, that we probably can't get to because there's so much parts, there's so many parts, she literally said, yo, Black Love was your thing. That hurt me when she said that.
Yeah, that was pain.
That hurt me.
That was pain. She said a lot. Yeah. She said a lot. That was one of the things I did hear. Another thing I heard, and I was like, oh, she's really a rapper. And I ain't never gonna fuck up. Like, she solidified I'm cool off of artists, off of rappers, off of creative thinking.
You wouldn't fuck a rapper?
Nah.
They got a crazy mouth, though.
Yeah.
They got all the girl rappers I know, mouth on them, boy.
Crazy. Yeah.
All of them.
Okay. I'm
talking about music. What you talking about?
Nah, just the music mouth.
Sometimes you need a crazy mouth on you.
A good music mouth.
Yeah.
She said some shit. I wish I could say it as dope as she did. But basically, she said, nigga, you talking crazy to me with the teeth. I paid you.
Nah, that one hurt me. And see, that's the thing. When couples break up, we never know what's really true or not. Yeah. Right? We're only getting versions of how they feel. But I will say this. I do think the both of them should feel the way they feel individually. I don't think any one of us, I think it's kind of foolish for us to try to dictate how they should feel about something.
For sure.
However, not that I'm picking a side here, but you know when you break up and you just start saying things to kind of hurt the other person?
Yeah, I done
right?
that.
We've been there. We've been there. We were 4 men, though.
Yeah.
Rem, I see Pap at work. Pap got a job.
Oh, she said he didn't have a job.
Said it was the brokest dude she's ever been with.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much being said, but I'm like, nah, don't do that. Pap was just at TuneCore. He's probably still over there.
Well, to be fair,
I see Pap at work.
He said she was gay.
I mean,
that's what you talking from one side. So I'm telling you, if I'm Rem, you like, yo, you ain't out my business. Yeah, I cheated on you. Take that like a man. Take it on the chin. At least I cheated on you with another puss, nigga. Join up. Pull up. Real nigga might have would have asked to jump in it.
Nah.
All I'm saying, like, it's not like you saw another.
Wait, so I'm glad. So
what? That sounds crazy.
On playback. Hold on. SaVon, what the fuck? You said another one? I never seen
I'm talking Rem, nigga. I'm saying if I'm Rem, but that sounds
I ain't never seen a You said another one. I said, damn, nigga, I never seen the first one.
Stop, nigga. You always perpetrating the bullshit. I was talking from Remy Ma, bro.
I'm sorry.
If I'm Rem.
I'm sorry. So, do you think that's how this, because I really want to, I'm trying to figure out how this even occurred, right? The catalyst to all of the stuff that we're getting now was the Clarissa Shields Breakfast Club interview, right? Where they asked her a question.
Just Shields.
Oh, it's not Shields?
Nah, we just saying shit. Nah, keep going.
Wait, I've been saying her shit wrong?
Nah, you said it right. We're just gonna refer to her Shields. Just keep it going, brother. Don't think too hard.
How about for Clarissa Shields?
Nah, just Shields.
Nigga, I said that the first time.
Mark this.
Oh, okay. The boxer. Oh.
Got it.
Okay,
all right. Okay. Shields.
But yeah, the boxer Clarissa Shields. This is all in response to, well, Remy Ma, right? Yeah. This is all in response to that interview, which is kind of confusing to me because the Breakfast Club, people that do interviews, they're going to ask uncomfortable questions. Yeah. Right? Sometimes it's out of the person's hands what they're going to ask. Of course, you could ask for certain things not to be talked about, but I'm sure that was the last thing on her mind if she said she's really that unbothered about it. So, how do we think this actually originated?
Honestly, I don't know. I think you got so much history and there's so much love. Like, it's a fine line, but thin line between love and hate. And I feel like that switch just kind of went on. I think they both hurt. I think it's tough. I think it was, they did Love and Hip Hop together. They've been very public and their relationship has been a thing for a very long time. Yeah. And when it ends, things just come out. She's saying a lot. He's saying a lot. I don't know what's true. I don't know what to believe. A lot of the times when I see these type of breakups and these type of things, it's entertainment. This is not even entertaining to me. Like, this is literally just sad. It's like, I never looked at them to even have this in them. And what I mean by this is like just the internet games. Like I put Rem, and they come from that era too, right? Like the Rem and the Papoose, like when I think of them, obviously the affiliation with Fat Joe, I think of somebody like a Fat Joe. Yeah. For whatever reason, I think of the Locks and stuff like that. Like it's just a certain cloth that these men and her as a woman like represented themselves with. So I never thought I would have saw this, which makes this sad. Even
after Easy the Block Captain?
I was about to say, even when all of that was happening, right, it still looked and felt a little strange, but they still kind of kept it P.
But see, we were still cheering Black love up until that point. Yeah. Which makes me think, just as an outsider, of course, again, this discourse is between Papoose and Remy Ma. We are just outsiders just talking about what we can see. It's so sad, right? We thought it was Black love. So when she responded to Papoose and her plethora of responses this time, I thought she was going to get into recent cheating allegations from Pap, right? What she did reference, though, was baby moms that she had to deal with when she was still locked up or when she just got out. Because I thought something more recently happened as to why she was even parading around, or she said she's not parading around, so I'm sorry, Remy. I know you from the X, you don't play. But when we saw her pop up with him, eating that Red Lobster, he the main card at her battle rap events, it made us feel like, okay, maybe there was some infidelity on Pap's side. I still haven't seemed to just get that yet, you know?
I don't think we're ever gonna truly know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was such a deeply connected and intertwined relationship, especially when it's just the history, right? Like one of the things that I say when I'm dating, right, and I'm trying to get to know somebody or whatever the case may be, I always say internally to myself, and then if it ever comes up, I tell to the woman, like, I don't compete with history.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Like, I'm not doing it.
Hit him with a word.
Like, I'm just not doing it.
And what do you mean by that?
Which is, if you have somebody that precedes me, that came before me, that you have history with, and you're still unsure, or you still want to kind of figure that out, go figure that out. I do not want to compete with anybody's history because it's just too deep. It's just too, I don't need it.
Now, I do think there are some people that do like to compete.
Fuck all that.
I subscribe to, I don't care about that nigga. Meaning if I'm dealing with somebody and it's new or it's fresh, I don't care if you got a situation or not. Because personally, and maybe I'm delusional, I don't know, maybe it's my self-confidence. I just feel as if whatever we got going on between the two of us would prevail whatever you got going on elsewhere.
It ain't the two of y'all, it's the three of y'all.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially with some marriage involved.
It ain't the two of y'all. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're dating, then that means theoretically, trying to put something behind you or whatever the case may be. Now, if you're just healing or you're trying to move on from it, that's different. But if you're actively engaging with somebody from your past that you have a history with, you was with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, like we old. I know people who was in 10+ year relationships, right?
Yeah.
Like if that person is still in your life, like I just don't compete with history.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I can't play those X games and I don't want to do that either. So I think in this case, there's a lot of history that they both got to overcome. And shout out to, just their partners in general for navigating this shit, dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
I know Shields, right? I'm gonna just say Shields. All right, we go keep it. I know
boxer.
Shield, the boxer. She did an interview. And she actually seemed like she was bigging up their relationship.
Yeah,
and trying to
with
move.
the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, with the Breakfast. And so Remy's whole thing, and I respect it. Don't say my name at all. I don't give a fuck. And every time you say my name or she say my name, you gonna get.
See, that's immature. Though.
I don't give a fuck.
That's immature.
Shut up.
I'm all for you. No.
Shut up. You're a world champion. You don't got to talk about us.
But she didn't. She literally said on the Breakfast Club, "Hey, that's between the two of them." She didn't even say her name.
It was other interviews too. I don't think it was just the Breakfast. I think she's on a tour right now.
That's fair. That's fair. So, but I saw her react to the Breakfast Club thing. But maybe Remy felt ways, right? Because Clarissa Shields has spoken to her on other platforms. So I understand that. I get it. I do.
Let's keep it in who's winning the breakup.
I
got a question for you.
I mean,
well, between Pap and Rem, who's winning the breakup?
Okay, I want to say this first. I hate the fact that there's even a thing as to where there's a stance as to where, there is a person who wins a breakup. I hate that.
I'm a winner. I gotta win mine.
I don't even know what that means, but I do know what it means.
Even if I don't, even if I'm not winning, I'm gonna tell myself I'm winning.
Delusion.
She might be with a millionaire nigga right now. I don't know. But yeah.
Clarissa Shields is a Olympic award-winning gold medalist. She's a pound for pound, but I don't think she's ever even taken a loss yet. And I think partially, I can't speak for Rem, but if it was some other women I know, I'll say this, I think it would probably bother them that the person that my ex is with really got hands, especially when I'm known for being gangster and for being G and for shooting niggas.
Remy had guns.
Yeah, I know.
So, but your hands don't really mean nothing to me when I'm like.
You can't shoot an Olympian.
But it's yes, you can.
No, you can't.
It's on like file. Like I did the time. All right, so we can talk about the shit. Yeah. I shot a bitch in the face.
She won't do it again.
It was my man.
She won't do it again.
Shot him in the face.
She won't do it again.
But I'm capable. So your hands don't really mean nothing if I'm Rem.
Nah. In most scenarios, as to where maybe they'll run into each other, no, that's not true. They probably would have a gun or hands. It doesn't really matter. But I'll speak personally. If one of my exes go get with Javon,
you don't want that. You don't want that.
Y'all don't want to know how I really feel about featherweights. That's for a conversation for another day. That's a conversation for another day. That's a combo for another day. I got some weight on me.
You heard what Boosie said.
What Boosie said?
He said Javante Davis would knock my stupid ass out, man. Like,
and how much Boosie weigh?
I don't know, but you don't want that problem, bro.
I'm gonna put it like this: Tank is a beast. He could probably fuck me up. I'm gonna say this though. It's gonna take a lot. I weigh some pounds. I'm gonna just say that. But if there was a heavyweight boxer who is significantly taller than me, bigger than me, just more dominant,
Deontay Wilder.
I'm mad.
Okay.
If my ex go get with Deontay, I'm a wild out. Nigga. Cause now I don't have no more confidence. Now my voice is lowering when I speak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Solely because I know he could probably try and that's what I'm saying. Like the dynamic is so much more different when it's somebody like that. So to answer your question, if there was to be a winner, it gotta be Pap right now.
I'm going Rem.
Really? Why's that?
Because she said he's still on her health insurance. So if you still on my health insurance, nigga, I'm winning. That's what she said. Oh shit. That's what she said. Oh, shit. Like she said, every time you open your mouth, that's me. My teeth. Like.
But then Pap said that's his crib. He's paying for utilities. So every time you use the sink, that's my water. It's tough.
We just had to cast a vote. You said Pap. I'm going Rem. Now let's go on to the next one. I think we're both going to agree. And I don't even know. Okay. Really, really quick. Yeah. And this is kind of icky to even say these things, but fuck it. It's a podcast.
Don't say no horny shit.
Nah, Cardi B and Offset. Who's winning their breakup?
Huh?
Tough. That's a tough one.
Nigga, I ain't seen Offset since.
Okay, so it's not tough. It's not tough.
Usually he would be tweeting by now. Yeah. I'm waiting for a classic Offset crash out.
It's so wild.
I'm waiting on it.
It's so wild to me.
But again,
the fall of the Migos. They
It's
are
just sad.
There's nothing
It's
like
just
we don't
sad.
talk about them musically at all, and we haven't for a very long time.
Well, obvious reasons, right? As of recently,
of
Takeoff.
course. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Takeoff.
Yeah.
But even prior to Takeoff's passing, they weren't really moving the needle. They were dropping projects. They were releasing music.
Culture
But
1, 2, 3.
they were all more known in the headlines for the relationships that they may have been in at the time. Sweetie and Quavo, Offset, Cardi B. Cardi B had a crazy run. She was on a wild run, and she was just one of the ones that Offset like. So it's kind of wild, just the way that they turned out. And again, away from Takeoff, rest in peace, Takeoff.
Yeah.
But just speaking of Quavo and Offset in particular, it's like I remember in college hearing Amigos for the first time. Like, yo, who are these dudes? Like, they created mumble rap, the genre of the concept of mumble rap.
Well, some other niggas, but I know what you mean.
No,
though. You're right. They were in that.
Yeah, like
They were in that. I know what you mean. The NBA. There's a few.
No, there's a lot of dudes, but I think they just
Yeah.
when they came out, when
Gotcha.
their wave started,
Yeah.
they just had an insane influence, and they named their shit culture because they really were the culture. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think Cardi B's probably winning this one, but allegedly there was a video. They was twerking. She was twerking. A new man, Stefon Diggs. Now I'm concerned. All right.
Now you want to be niggas security guard.
No,
what
I'm
you
concerned.
about?
I'm concerned.
What you
all
concerned
right?
about, Mr. Man?
As somebody who has supported the Patriots for a very long time.
Oh,
He's our new acquisition.
You are a Patriots
We
fan.
just got this nigga.
He doing good.
I have nothing to look forward to in a very long time.
He
Since
looked
Tom
sharp.
Brady.
He looked sharp.
He looked too sharp. I don't need to see you passing nothing. I'm not even going to say what they alleged. I don't need to see you passing anything on any yachts in Miami. Like,
You say he was passing? He just getting ready for the season.
he's
They
supposed
drawing
to
up some
catch.
new plays for him.
He's supposed to catch.
They drawing up some new plays for
Nah,
him.
man.
You remember when Julian Edelman used to toss it?
I'm concerned.
To Morse? One of them trick plays? Come on, you remember?
Yeah, I know.
They just practicing that.
I'm concerned. I think, yeah.
He's just a slot receiver.
He needs to just get on the field. He's the only.
Nah.
Yeah, man. He's
Yeah.
just doing a lot. He's doing a
Stefon
lot.
Diggs is a legend.
He's doing a lot.
Say what you want. You know, a motherfucker really just having his way. That's just what I see when I see that individual, man. Just having his way. No rules. Some motherfuckers live by no rules. He on that list.
Isn't it dope when you with a girl who like girls too? Because that's what it seemed like he got going on. And like him and Cardi seem like they have a lot of fun.
They do have a lot of fun.
A lot of fun with a lot of women around.
And if you come in, like if I'm Cardi B.
But you
right?
ain't answer my question.
What's your question?
You like that shit?
Huh?
When
Yeah, I don't mind it.
okay.
I
Okay.
don't mind it.
Nah, that's what's up.
I mean, but if I'm Cardi or anyone that's coming out of a breakup, especially a potential divorce, yeah, I don't expect for myself to jump into something as serious, right? There may be some folks out there confused, like, oh, Cardi, what you doing? He for everybody. They just hating, man. Cardi, have your fun. If I'm getting out of something ultra serious, especially something like a marriage, and I've probably seen a lot, gone through a lot, the first thing and the only thing I want to do is have fun. All right. So I think it's kind of stupid of us to kind of assume we know their situation.
Yeah, nah, it's fun to watch her have fun.
Right.
I'll say that. Cause she be having fun the way a regular person want to have fun.
On a yacht.
Like after the I gotta do something to really just turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like she don't sit and cry at home and just leave the camera on.
Nah, she
like,
do. It's just she bounced back.
But she bounced back in a
Yeah.
vicious way.
And yeah, for sure.
In a way I don't want to be on the other end of that. Like I know what Offset going through right now.
I know. That's why we ain't seen him.
We gotta watch him.
We ain't seen him.
We have to watch him.
But what did I tell you? Remember what I told you about me and the boxer? See, he dealing with a Stefon Diggs is coming off of was that an Achilles?
Torn ACL.
A torn ACL, right?
Yep.
And there are analysts saying that he looks even better than before.
Yeah, that's
when
the
you
report.
dealing with a freak of nature, nigga, that's a freaking. Remember when Adrian Peterson came back from his shit?
Aight,
We
man.
was like, yo,
Aight,
AP,
man.
how you still like when you dealing with freaks of nature?
He a freak.
Yo, you know them superhero niggas? Like Superman, right?
Okay.
You know how they just heal?
Uh-huh.
When you dealing with motherfuckers that just heal quick, you got blemishes still that people could see. That's a problem. It's hard.
It is.
It's hard.
It is. It's tough.
Yeah.
There's one more thing I do want to get to. I'm gonna follow your lead on this. Okay.
What's up? What we doing?
I do want to make sure we're continuing to be responsible in these conversations, especially when it comes to hip hop and rap and all of those things. But Ab Soul, he's back. We've been speaking about Ab. This probably shit since we've done the pod. I don't think we've talked about Ab Soul as much ever.
Ab Soul,
right?
Yeah. Look, Ab Soul say y'all not giving me a tour. I bet y'all gonna talk about me for the next 3 months, and I ain't mad at it.
And shout out now,
I ain't mad at it.
It's well deserved. His pen, his skill set is elite. But he sent a diss track at Joey Badass.
Whoa.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I was confused.
Okay.
Because the Red Bull thing, they look like WWE, like we said on the pod. It was like, oh, you're my bro, but you don't fuck with my man, so I ain't really fucking with you. And then Joey Badass dissed him at the Red Bull thing. They still dapped it up. But again, I thought it was WWE. I didn't think anything of it. And then Joey Badass continued to beef with everybody on the West Coast.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear where Ab Soul took a shot.
If anything, Joey started his run of disses back in January. Like we briefly got at that last week. And on the Ruler's Back and more diss tracks, he's talking to the West Coast. He threw shots at Daylight. He threw shots at Soul. He threw shots at Kendrick. So by the time we got to the Red Bull, that's kind of like halftime for real. And Soul is kind of meeting Joe face to face now. Joey, at least face to face now. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna respond to what I heard you say about me here. We're gonna key. We're gonna dap it up and go. He dropped another one though, and I think he put it on his Instagram page. SaVon, I do want us to play some of it. It is it's titled ...
Okay.
It's produced by Lo the Great and Python P.
Okay.
And I guess this is Soul's final response. Let's see if Joey actually responds to Soul after this.
Bet. Let me pull that up.
Take your time. And just play it. See what he gave him.
I ain't got it yet.
You ain't got it yet? Oh, you got your
the whole thing?
Yeah, give him a little taste. Give him a little taste. I want them to hear the cadence, the flow.
I'm gonna skip to like a minute.
Ain't no problem.
I ain't gonna lie. As an East Coast nigga, man,
it's different.
That shit different.
It's hyphy. All right, so
I'm gonna say this.
So my man.
Nah, go.
Nah, you go.
Nah, I was just going. You gotta make the shit palatable.
You do.
But maybe it's our bias, bro. Like, nah, bro. Cause when I see my nigga Alex, I was about to get in my bag. You don't really want to hit me.
Stop.
I'm gonna smoke this nigga
Stop.
like he's a.
Stop fucking with Solo.
I'm just. It
playing.
was give a hit.
No,
bro. I'm not saying.
Keep playing.
It's hard to digest, man.
Keep playing. Solo gonna put you in a 32.
Nah, he ain't gonna do what he did to act to me. Huh? Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
Yo, he did get an act, right?
I'm gonna skip to the part where like his voice seemed to
level out a little bit. I got you, brother.
Nah, thanks, bro.
I got you, bro. Okay. Sample singing.
A shout out to DJ Head.
That's what he did.
He still ain't rapping.
So you my man. You gonna need more than that for Joey. You my man, Solo. I be up here defending you, my dog.
We ain't never talked about that nigga before. You can't say you was defending him.
Huh?
We ain't never talked about him on the pod.
But when we,
see, you just you an industry dude. You just be getting it off.
No,
nah, you just says a bold face
That's
lie.
my man.
I be up here defending you. And we've been doing this podcast for at least 5-6. You ain't never defend this nigga.
Yes, I did.
He ain't never come up.
He never came up because you ain't want to talk about him.
Oh, yo. You
but when he did come up,
I know.
I defended.
Never.
That's my man.
But okay.
Yo, so you my man. You gonna need more than that. Just like I told Sean, go last. Go last.
I'm gonna play a part. This is what he diss Akademiks.
Oh yeah, I want to hear that. Yeah,
he diss Akademiks, and Akademiks has responded, but we keep seeing people diss Akademiks and Charlemagne and Joe Budden, and this was pretty funny.
No, stop. No, it just was so random. I didn't mean to laugh like that. I didn't mean to laugh like, I just was so shocked. What the fuck? Why he said it just like. Do you know how much you gotta mean what you say when you don't make it rhyme? That nigga, that ain't even rhyme. That's how much he felt. That's how badly he felt about that.
He had to get it off his heart.
He just had to say it. Like,
he had to get that off his heart.
Nah, fuck that. I'ma slap that nigga. Like, whoa.
He's like,
whoa.
And this be one of the issues that I have, right?
What's that?
And this is tough because last week, I was on here defending. I'm put the West Coast cape on, but I will say it's like when they be doing. I ain't gonna say it.
What you mean?
Because there's already there's already a narrative that people don't like the West Coast, and I don't like that narrative because it's not true. I appreciate and we love what the West Coast brings to the game.
I've been to California numerous times.
For sure. Like
I love Cali.
But maybe because it is so different than what it is that we have regionally, like the voice inflections and it's just.
So remember what I was saying last week when we was talking about Daylight and Joey, and I was talking about cadence and tone and delivery and how that can matter.
Hey, man,
that's what it's funny that you bringing that up.
But then they say we haters.
I can understand that, right?
Okay,
I can understand.
We accept this.
Yeah, we can accept it.
Okay,
but I think it's also a reason as to why a lyricist like Soul and Daylight are struggling with Joey. It's got to be something else, right? It can't just be the lyricism. It can't just be the bars. We have to now speak to something else. What has Joey done so well? The delivery, the beat selection. You've mentioned that, right? Mm-hmm. Just certain things that you can hear as a consumer, depending on what coast you're on. Yeah.
Why does it appear that Kendrick Lamar is the main or the only West Coast rapper to be able to translate all regions?
Because if anything, our introduction to more Cali sounding music from Kendrick was on GNX, right? We've known Kendrick Lamar to just be a gifted rapper. And he's translated that, whether that be within hip hop, his R&B records, or when he collaborates with people. We weren't introduced to Kendrick on some just Cali sounding shit, right? It wasn't hyphy sounding shit. We were introduced to him with Good Kid, Matt. I love hyphy shit.
Yeah, but you careful how you say it.
That shit. Hyphy stuff is not shit. Let me be clear.
Okay, I'm helping you out. You be in LA.
I do. I fuck with them out there. That's the thing. I love the vibe. But yeah, that's really what it was, bro.
Yeah.
We never, to us on the East Coast, even though we knew it was from the West Coast, we couldn't necessarily hear it because of the type of music.
And the music.
Yeah.
Maybe more so. Okay,
that's probably what it is. Yeah.
Even in certain parts of this Absol song, some of the Daylight, Rayvon, like all of the songs that I've heard, there's a lot of, and again, this is me just being a naive East Coast regionally living person. So I don't want anybody to take it as I'm crediting Kendrick for this. He's the only person. But just like anything in life, there's somebody who just knocks down the doors and gives it more exposure.
I agree.
And so what Kendrick did was just give the sound a lot more exposure on a larger scale. He even did it on the Super Bowl, right?
Hey,
don't get bigger than that.
Even before that, The Game.
Yeah.
The Game meshed really well with New York artists.
Yeah.
Right? We see what he did with G-Unit, Hated the Love of the Underdogs on top. Like some of the best artists from that side have a great appreciation for New York lyricism. I'll be honest with you. They studied it.
And also had, I guess because coming through the ranks, they almost had to be able to conform. They almost had to have that skill set
to get on a more mainstream level.
We, as a New York regionally people artists, haven't necessarily had to make those type of records, use those type of sounds, tap into that type of culture to make it a mainstream. So that's a really good point.
Right.
I just thought it was fascinating how even when they take some of that same style, it just doesn't, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's some psychological shit with us just being familiar with Kendrick Lamar, so it's easier for us to digest it. Maybe he just got better engineers. I don't know what it is, but when Kendrick is in his West Coast bag, and even when he's changing his voice inflections and the beats and all of those things, he's just embracing it more. It's easier for me to just be like, oh, this shit is just dope. And I don't necessarily hear, oh, this is just West Coast. When I hear this, I'm like, turn that shit off. I'm like, I can't really, like it's just, you know, and I know they're talented. I know they're nice.
Super talented.
But for whatever reason, and maybe we would have to do like this historical type of analysis on the East and the West Coast to understand why. But I think you made a great point when you mentioned the Game, or even somebody like a Snoop Dogg, or like all of the West Coast artists at some point or another, they almost were forced to, you know, have the skill set of being able to rap in a palatable way for the East Coast. Where East Coast, like I've never heard Jada on no shit like, you know what I'm saying?
They've always leaned into their culture, right? DJ Quick. I love Quick. People don't know that about me. I love DJ Quick. I love Tonight. There were some records from that era that I enjoy. He's heralded as one of their greats, right? But he's always just leaned into their own sound, right? So for them, it's like, yo, this is what makes us us, and what makes y'all probably. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nah, maybe we got to get somebody from the West Coast, man. I think I said that before. Like, there's not a lot of representation. Huh?
You got Ray Vaughn.
I don't have Ray Vaughn. I don't know. No, I'm just like, maybe we need to get somebody that's from the West Coast who maybe lived on the West Coast who could probably speak to it a little bit more to help me understand.
We had Nip. Nip's music translated over, didn't he? And I think back about like his earlier mixtapes. Yeah, there was definitely West Coast influence, but he also just kept a balance of the incorporation of other cultures. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So even
Victory Lap.
That was.
I know Diddy had some influence, and I know, you know, we speaking about Diddy in a certain light these days. But musically, I know he was involved in Victory Lap. It's crazy. Have you been keeping up with Nip's or Laura London's affiliation with that whole case? We ain't got to stay there, but they opening up some doors potentially that seem a little sticky.
Trust me, I know.
You know?
You know I know.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We ain't
gonna
report on Diddy this week.
I can't. It's a little too close to hold.
But what I will say while we on the Diddy thing, on my way into the studio today, I was watching an old interview from Diddy.
Why was you doing that?
Because sometimes in order to look forward, you got to look backwards.
I know that's right. Come on.
And so I was watching this old, maybe 9-year-old video. Him on the Breakfast Club. It also reminded me of how much I fucking miss Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club. Like,
she's great.
Yeah, that was.
And I'm happy for her on Way Up with Yee. It's been performing pretty well.
It has?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Yee.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I was. Let me see if I could find some of these parts. But it was just interesting because they touched on him dating Cassie when he was, you know, in a relationship with her at that time.
Right.
They touched on him being cheated on and how he would react to being cheated on. A lot of the things that are coming up today, subtly, they mentioned it. This is around a time where he had the beef with Drake over 0 to 100, that beat.
I remember that. Yeah,
and,
facts.
You know, they were making jokes. Oh, why you put hands on Drake? And you know, he talked about it. He was like, yeah, man, you know, we didn't really get into it because of that. So yeah, I thought the interview was kind of fascinating. I'm not gonna play too many different clips, but while I pull this up,
okay, and not for nothing, Puff, 0 to 100 ended up in the right hands. Okay, I love what you produced in the past, but Drake did what needed to be done on that.
All right, so I'm gonna go to this timestamp right here.
All right, not a problem.
Similarity that mimic your life. Definitely, he blows my mind, you know, and for him as an actor, and he's gonna be one of the best actors out here.
Do you feel Empire's about you because it's a bunch of similarities that mimic your life a little?
You know, I mean, there's similarities, I think, from different families and maybe different situations, like the point of view somebody's coming at, but
right. You navigate through this industry, Diddy. Because you know, you've always said you can't stop, you won't stop. You always said you're gonna be the last person standing. How does Diddy always come out clean?
Oh man, the hardest thing has been to survive and keep, stay focused on keeping why you do what you do. Because there's so many distractions on so many things that have nothing to do with why I initially started doing it and why I still do it to this day. And it's my.
I thought that was interesting, just the question, and then this one other clip that I want to get to.
Love contract, but not necessarily.
Oh, he don't want to get married. He don't want to sign the paperwork over it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to promise or nothing I can't deliver. What I can deliver, I've broken this down. What I can deliver out of a pie is I can promise you that if I'm in a relationship with you, like 25% of your time, you're gonna just like feel like, oh man, I hate being here. Oh man, I hate this guy. Oh man,
25%
of the
time.
He cheated on me. He lied on me. That's 25%. You know what I'm saying? But then there's 75% of I'm gonna make you the happiest woman in the whole wide world. I'm gonna be there to support your dreams. I'm gonna be there to hold you, listen to you. I'm gonna be there to be your best friend. I promise you'll smile.
I remember when he said that, and all they did was make memes about it. Yeah, the 75 is good though. That 25, don't worry about it. I saw y'all parade around and make memes around that whole time. It was some
that
shit
25. That 25 then don't sound like it was worth it.
Costly 25, ain't
Costly 25%. So yeah, if you ever, you know, if you get bored or if you just can't keep up with some of the things or if you just need to revisit some things, I'm watching all of his older interviews. I'm also going back and I'm watching 50 Cent.
Don't put yourself
through that, because it helps me see today's picture a little bit clearer. Like, I'm able to, you know, again, the Kid Cudi situation, I didn't know that when that video came out in real time. But now we see, oh, maybe when he was talking about being cheated on or how he reacted to being cheated on, now I got some context as to what that situation was. The 0 to 100 beat. Allegedly, it was because Drake and Cassie were getting close, and it wasn't necessarily just over the beat, but it was a combination of, oh, he's fucking with my music, and he's fucking with my girl. I might put my hands on him. They also talked about his incident with the coach at UCLA.
I remember that.
At the time, we kind of laughed it off. We like, oh, Diddy's a great dad, protective father. But then you think about it like this nigga rock somebody with a dumbbell.
I never forgot about that. He walked up into the UCLA facilities with all them people and cameras and still had the strength to throw that at somebody that worked there. That never left my mind. Granted, I know you're trying to show up for your child, but to do that, to actually act on it, sums up.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to, and then they even were very playful with Diddy in his history and his anger. I think Charlamagne made a joke about Diddy going to anger management. DJ Envy, he said multiple times, like, yo, Diddy's not somebody you want to fuck with, right? Like, and they're saying it's all in jest and they're all joking and everything. But again, I think sometimes to really paint a picture in present day, it's dope to go back, review the tape, see what was said. A lot of the times people they just tell on themselves in conversation. A lot of the times people just say things and then the facts come out and it's like, oh shit, he really meant that. He might have really did some shit like that. So yeah, if you got some spare time like me sitting in traffic and fucking twiddling my thumbs and you get tired of just hearing about the depressive things of today, just go back a little bit.
Yeah, go back to him and Fab interview on Drink Champs.
Don't go back.
When he was telling Fab, yo, you trying to party? And then Fab was like, nah, I already party with you. Go back to that, yo. I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Before we get up out of here, we did talk about the Red Bull freestyle with Ab-Soul, Big Sean, and Joey Badass ad nauseum. I do want to salute the Locks.
Yeah, we got to.
As you know, we are fans of the Locks.
Absolutely.
Obviously. Styles P in my top 10 all time, for sure.
Love that.
But they did their own Red Bull freestyle. I do want to just play a little bit of that real quick.
And before you play that, hey, shout outs to Red Bull. right? It looks like they're trying to be one of those platforms now with those consistent freestyles, like similar to an On the Radar, similar to a Lyrical Lemonade. So salute.
Which we need. We need more of.
We need
more of that.
We need that.
And we need a space because I know like On the Radar definitely focus on all ranges and genres and everything. They pretty much cover everything.
Right.
But I know it really, really started to get popping when the younger artists, like On the Radar, really embraced the younger acts.
Yeah.
And this seems to be more so like some of the legacy acts, some of the more backpack type of rap. So yeah, I'll play a little bit of this and we'll get about it.
I will say this real quick though. Cash Cobain and Charlie did a Red Bull joint.
They did?
A few months back.
Oh, fire.
So look, they're trying to hit everybody too.
No, yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, shout out to Lonnie too. Lonnie was on that. What else?
Oh,
Come on, say
the Wi-Fi, bro. I told you last week the phone bill be fucking up, bro. It's the studio.
Pay your bill. Don't blame it on our studio, nigga. Stop. Ghost.
I love this shit. I love this shit.
I love this shit. I love this
Don't this shit make you want to like sell drugs? Don't this shit make you really just want to like, bro? This make you want to commit crime, bro? And
I know.
And they the help. They not even committing crimes no more, bro.
Nah. I know.
But they not even doing it no more. Like that shit bring you back into a place. Like
it do bring you back. It definitely do bring you back to some moments.
Let's go home.
It bring you back to some time.
Let's go home, man.
All right, y'all. Look, this has been the Need to Know podcast. What you need to know, when you need to know, the Need to Know podcast. If you made it this far, you should already be subscribed. You should already like the video. SaVon, are you done here?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I will actually, after next week's recording, we're not gonna miss an episode.
Yeah.
But I am gearing up to help my sister pass her Spanish class.
Yo,
I'm going to DR.
Get them, Jordan.
I'm going to DR.
You going to DR?
I'm going back. My sister need help. For real. I'm doing it for my sister.
But are you going to come back?
TBD, nigga.
We were right there. That's
an easy one.
Peace, y'all.